In the graveyard of history, some corpses don't die from bombs. They have no murderers. No tank ever runs over them. Their death comes from a signature, a speech, or decisions made over a weekend. On August 15, 1971, a Sunday night, Americans were sitting in front of their TVs after dinner. No one had any idea that their money, their savings, and the entire global financial system were about to collapse in a matter of minutes. When President Richard Nixon appeared on screen, it wasn't a war declaration, no missile alert, no invasion, just one line. The United States will temporarily suspend the convertibility of the dollar into gold. Temporary, just one word. Yet that night, temporary permanently killed the world's old money. America broke gold, broke its promises, and pushed the world into a system where paper money, credit, and debt became everything. This is the story of the death of Bretton Woods, the murder of the gold standard, and the birth of the dollar empire. There was a time when money couldn't lie because every note was backed by gold. If you had dollars, you could tell the government, exchange this for gold, and they had to comply. This was the gold standard. Under this system, governments couldn't lie, printing presses couldn't run wild, wars were expensive, and empires were limited. Empires hated this system. World War II was ending. Europe lay in ruins. Britain was broke. Germany destroyed. Japan reduced to ashes. And America held 70% of the world's gold. Factories intact. Army a superpower. Economy untouched. In a small hotel in New Hampshire, 44 nations gathered at the Bretton Woods Conference. America declared, "We have the gold. Tie the dollar to gold, and tie all other currencies to the dollar. Dollar equals gold. Rest of the world equals dollar. Financial checkmate." Britain understood. France doubted, but all nations had no choice. The deal was signed. By the 1960s, America had overstepped its limits. The Vietnam War, welfare programs, space race, and global bases demanded more gold than America had. The solution? Print more dollars. The problem? Countries like France demanded gold in return for dollars. Charles de Gaulle sent ships to Paris to collect American gold. The system was draining, cracking, and nearing collapse. By 1971, America was technically bankrupt. Gold reserves were depleted, and the world was flooded with dollars. If all nations demanded gold at once, America would be finished. Nixon had three choices: raise taxes, political suicide; end wars, empire collapse; or break the gold standard. He chose the last. On Friday night, markets closed. Emergency meetings took place at the White House. No congressional vote, no public debate, no international approval, just a decision. Sunday night, Nixon gave his TV speech. Game over. Gold standard ended. The dollar was now backed by nothing. Only trust sustained it. And trust? Military, oil, sanctions, banks. America told the world, use the dollar or you're out of the system. A secret deal with Saudi Arabia ensured oil would only be sold in dollars, while America would provide security. Need oil? Bring dollars. Need dollars? Follow America. Empire complete. Today, sanctions act like bombs. SWIFT bans act like invasions. Currency collapse triggers regime change. No tanks needed, no soldiers required. Just the flip of the dollar. Rome fell to the sword. Britain fell to the banks. Today, the world runs on ledgers. The day the dollar falls, the next empire rises. On August 16, 1971, Monday morning, phones rang non-stop on New York's banking floors. Traders in London were confused. Finance ministers in Paris were silently furious. Economists in Tokyo asked, "What is money now?" Yesterday, the dollar was gold. Today, it was a promise. Promises only work if the breaker is the most powerful. America didn't change the system, it burned the rules. France saw it first. Charles de Gaulle's suspicion was right. French officials said America cheated the world. But what could they do when America had the gold, the army, and control of oil? Europe was furious, but powerless. Abandoning the dollar would halt trade, stop oil, and collapse markets. So everyone quietly accepted the system. After the gold standard ended, currencies floated. Today's value rises, tomorrow falls. Speculators ruled. Who benefited? American banks, Wall Street, IMF, and World Bank. Money was no longer produced from factories, labor, or production. It was born from debt. Officially, the IMF helped countries. In reality, it said, want a loan? Devalue your currency, cut subsidies, sell public assets, and hand over your economy to us. Structural adjustment, in truth, was financial colonization. During the 1970s and 1980s, Africa, Latin America, and Asia received loans. Cheap money, easy promises. But when interest rates rose, Mexico collapsed, Argentina crashed, and Brazil became trapped in debt. The solution each time? IMF, dollars, austerity. People said America was rich. In reality, it was the most indebted. The difference? America borrows in its own currency, which it can print. Debt equals power for America. Debt equals slavery for the world. Post-1970s oil crisis, Saudi Arabia sold oil only in dollars, while America guaranteed security. Nations needing dollars had to buy U.S. bonds, financing America's debt, a perfect loop. Empire without colonies. History shows the pattern. Iraq tried selling oil in euros. War. Libya proposed gold-backed dinar. NATO. Iran bypassed the dollar. Sanctions. Russia challenged SWIFT. Freeze. Leave the dollar, leave the system. In 2008, banks fell. Housing collapsed. Jobs disappeared. People expected punishment for the banks, but bailouts saved banks while citizens bore the cost. The Fed printed trillions. Inflation struck the public. Today, sanctions precede bombs, currency attacks precede armies, bank freezes paralyze nations. Bitcoin emerged, trustless, borderless, permissionless, uncontrollable by any nation, dangerous for empires, liberating for citizens. If the dollar falls, the impact is gradual. Inflation exported to America, living standards fall, political chaos follows. Cost is always paid by the people. History's cycle is clear. Spain's silver, Britain's pound, America's dollar. Every reserve currency ends. The question is, who will be ready when it happens? The next empire won't march on tanks. Invisible, digital, financial, algorithmic. AI predicts markets, executes trades, manipulates liquidity, and detects vulnerabilities in seconds. Wars will be fought on servers, not battlefields. Two possible worlds emerge: a controlled empire with CBDCs, global dollar dominance, sanctions normal, AI managing everything, or multipolar chaos with crypto adoption, dollar alternatives, sovereign independence, and localized economies. The global financial map has changed dramatically. America remains powerful, but absolute control is gone. China and India build alternatives. Russia and the Middle East assert currency independence. Africa and Latin America create regional hubs. AI and autonomous finance track liquidity 24/7, decide survival, and execute actions in seconds. Crypto and stablecoins offer financial escape. Lessons from history. Suez, 1956. Britain defeated by the dollar, not tanks. 1971. America created fiat hegemony. 2008. Crisis revealed systemic vulnerability. 2022 to 2030. Sanctions plus de-dollarization equals a multipolar financial battlefield. The final stage? AI, crypto, and a multipolar reserve system. Empire shifts instantaneously. Traditional superpowers are redefined. The next empire will not march on cities.
It will move through servers, through ledgers, and through the trust we place in digital numbers. Nations that survive will understand one truth. In the 21st century, control of currency is control of reality itself. 20th century wars were fought for territory. 21st century wars will be fought for money and trust. Superpower is not the one with the largest army, it's the one who controls currency, AI, and digital infrastructure. The sword may win battles, but money and technology win empires. Join the Cinematic History channel, and please like and subscribe.